Hello, and welcome back. Yeah, it's got kind of emotional. Oh my. Yeah, let's begin. The silhouette that I fell in love with fades, and the silhouette that I fell in love with fades into the whiteness. A memory dies with every step she takes, buried in snow. I arrive home, in a daze, only to notice a letter sticking out of the mailbox. Strange. I reach out for it, and my heart stops. No postage. No postage stamp. No name. No return address. Only to Mark, handwritten in clean cursive. A sheet of paper falls out. Dear Mark, I'm sorry to have to inform you like this, but I realized something today that I should have realized long ago. I made a mistake. A huge mistake. A mistake that will hurt both of us. Before this can happen, I'd like to see you on the 24th of December at 9 a.m. in the place where we first met. You may decline if you would like, but if possible, I would like to see you again. Just once. Just one more time would be enough. Once more, before the end. There's a final line written on the back. P.S. I'll return the ribbon to you at the end of the day. I know how much it means to you. There was nothing I could do. I stood alone on the doorstep with the cruel, frigid wind at my back, reading and rereading the letter until I wanted to cry. Final day. Sepia Tears. Oh man. When I was a kid, I wondered how dreams worked. And this was before I knew about science and religion and any of the fancy stuff. Kids think solely with intuition. I thought back then that dreams were mirrors. I thought that they were special mirrors that showed you what your eyes couldn't see. We like to think that we understand ourselves, but there are things only visible to the outside. And as it turns out, the heart is more transparent than you'd think. 14 days. I count the number one by one on my fingers until I reach 10 and cycle around, tracing the time that's passed since I first met Myra. I must have always known on some level. Lillian never acted that way around me. I tried to see it, but it was never really there. And Lucas, he's the one who invited her to our science project group. He's the one who said she might be his type, even if he was kidding. You could see it in the way he handed her stuff. You can always read someone's heart by looking at the way they hand out rulers and erasers and calculators. They always avoid touching fingers. Well, aren't I, Captain Hindsight? I try to open my eyes, but they refuse. The sunlight wafts through my eyelids. Oh, right. The bookmark. I'd almost forgotten. It was from last spring. A local bookstore held a short story contest for publicity, and Lucas wanted to help out. But being more of an artist than a writer, and not having enough story material for a cover page, he made an abstract design for a bookmark as a present. Maybe he went through a few drafts along the way and kept an extra for himself. Either way, I'm only guessing. The topic barely came up in the group. Maybe it was embarrassing for both of them, even back then. A final chuckle surfaces my lips. Of course it was embarrassing. Of course it was embarrassing. Of course. Things were set in motion long, long ago. A world of frozen still. A scarlet sun that I'll never forget. She shakes her head. Sorry. I'm sorry. But there's already someone that I like. And then she walked away. Simple as that. But come to think of it, there's a piece of the story that slipped my mind back when I was trying not to think about it. A few seconds after she passed by me, the red ribbon she wore in her hair drifted down to my hands. But I don't remember what I did with it. She must have gone looking for it and picked it up. I was too broken to care. That's it. That's the whole story. That girl does look a lot like Myra. It's unlikely, but could they be? It would make sense, wouldn't it? The girl I fell for didn't know me well, but she could certainly dig up personal info if she wanted to. Maybe she's just toying with her. Maybe she's just toying with her ex-admirer's heart. No. She wouldn't lie. She wouldn't. But then why hasn't she told me who she is? Screw it. As far as I know, Myra's connection to that memory only goes as far as the ribbon. And surely the manufacturer produced more than one. Oops, I skipped. I've got a job to do today, and I'm sure as hell going to do it. Here goes. I pull open the blinds. Excuse me. The sun is shining, and the icy air wipes away my anxiety. It looks like the back door is propped open by a piece of wood. I check my watch. 8:58. 58, sorry. I was waiting. Hey. I'm glad you came. Did she really think I wouldn't? Of course not. Shall we get out of here? Sounds like a plan. You lead the way. Now this is a change of pace. I don't mind taking the lead, but I have no idea where to go. I'm not sure how to say this, but you've never been on a date before, have you? So blunt. It's alright. This is my first time too. We'll figure it out as we go along. Her smile is reassuring. Alright then. I don't know where we're going, but let's go. Gotcha. My cheeks turn red already. We arrived downtown, and I realized that I didn't know which direction to walk in. You're not the improv type, are you? Couldn't you tell that just by looking at me? Whoops, you're right. You weren't supposed to agree. Well, I don't know. I want to go to a I stutter with embarrassment. What was that? Oh, a movie. Hey, stop looking at me like that. This is harder than it looks. Oh, really? I thought guys always talk about clever pickup lines. But those are just jokes. Normal pickup lines are a million times harder. Besides, easy for you to say. You're confident around me, but you'd react the same way if you were talking to a guy you like. A timely car horn conceals my words. Luckily. Anyway, not everyone is as comfortable with the opposite sex as you are. You know, I wasn't always like this. Really? Yeah, definitely. I used to be really shy around boys, and I'd always hide behind my glasses when someone tried to make eye contact. This is the wrong time to be imagining her with glasses, but I can't help it. I guess you've grown up then. No, not really. I think I'm only like this around you. Wait, what? Because you're just so easy to tease. See? Okay, that's it. We're going to see the most gory horror. Okay, that's it. We're going to see the most gory horror movie in the theater. You won't even be able to speak. Oh, that's what you were trying to say before? Well, I mean, it's what we're supposed to do, right? Yeah, but it's a bit too plain if you ask me. Movies are said to be the ideal date spot, but I don't get it. Aren't you supposed to actually watch the movie? I know. Why don't I just go deeper? I know. It's pointless, right? I mean, it's a waste of a good movie to watch it when you're not focused. And if it's not a good movie, it won't even be fun. And it's not like the girl will actually fall asleep on your shoulder if it's boring. If anything, they'll just make the conversation awkward after it. I'm not sure if I want to... I'm not sure if I want an answer to this question. But why do you know all of this? So yeah, let's keep walking and see what comes up. Yeah, let's do that. So, my nose. So, is there anything you want to buy? Like what? Why does that sound like so passive aggressive? Like what? I don't know. I'm asking you. Oh gosh. Oh, I can't speak. Sorry. I don't know. I'm asking you. Did you already buy Christmas presents for everyone? That's right. Christmas presents. You forgot, didn't you? No, I was going to go... I was going to go out, but then something happened, and I... Has anyone ever told you that you're a terrible liar? No, I actually thought I was a great liar. Ooh, cheeky. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Sorry, but you're hilarious when you're nervous. Take my word for it. You're a terrible liar. Mark. Shouting my name isn't going to make me believe you. Just don't try to become a spy, alright? I'd hate to see what happens if you get caught. First of all, what makes you think I would get... First of all, what makes you think I would get caught? Touché. Don't forget, I'm more fit than I look. True, but athletics can only save you if you don't get tricked. I'm not as... I'm not half as gullible as you. And the moment they lure you in, trap, a net falls from the ceiling, and the guard surrounds you. Well, I could just cut the rope with my daggers and escape into the shadows. What kind of spy carries a dagger with them? Oops, sorry. That might have sounded loud. A ninja spy? Wow. I really don't have a comeback for that. It's okay. I'm sure I'll say something equally incomprehensible soon. That's reassuring. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, look at this one. It's even shinier than the last one. Even a crow wouldn't get this distracted by looking at jewelry. Oh, sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. But it's not my fault if they're shiny. I guess. I should just leave her be. Look! I'm looking, but all I see is shiny metal. But it's shiny. Myra points to a necklace that looks the same as every other one. Don't take this the wrong way, but do all girls act like this around jewelry? Well, most would use a wider variety of adjectives. But come on, don't any of them look pretty to you? I'm sure your aesthetic sense isn't that underdeveloped. Try as I might, all I'm seeing is a collection of stones. But if I imagine her wearing one of them... Oh boy. Oh no. Thinking about something dirty? What makes you think that? Oh god, I got a little loud. Oops. Okay, fine, but it's nothing that bad. I was just imagining you wearing one of these, that's all. I didn't think you'd actually say that. Not say it. I love her character, Myra, and Mark. Holy shit. Do I really seem that smileless? Yeah, you do. Sorta. That's not always true. You'd look cute with one of these. Hey, what's with the sudden confidence boost? That shouldn't be a bad thing. No, it's fine. It's just. Never mind. She isn't the only one who's blushing. Did you want to try it on? You sure? Well, why not? Not that I can afford something like this, but thanks. I'll give it a try. So, what do you think? Myra pulls on a simple but elegant necklace, posing like a model. Maybe this one will be better. But this time she tries a less formal design. I know we agree not to talk about price, but the more I look at it, the more it hurts me to know that in a few minutes you won't be wearing it anymore. Or, I mean, because you look so happy trying it on. I don't want... Thanks. She stops me from stuttering. For what it's worth, it really does look good on you. She does a little twirl in place. I like it. My mom has a similar one stored away. She said she wore it a lot in college. It's subtle, but it looks good. You know, in a non-elegant sort of way. Kind of stylishly plain, with an air of childishness. That sounded better in my head. I think I know what you're trying to say. Ah, good, because I barely know what I was trying to say. I know that I meant it, though. It's fancy, but not too fancy. And it has a feminine appeal that suits you. You think I have a feminine appeal? No, not that. I reply automatically. I mean, the necklace is feminine, and... So, you don't think I have a feminine appeal? No, it's not that either, but... I can't. I just sound so weird. Sorry. Gotcha. Let's go. In a hurried and ineffective attempt to escape my embarrassment, I grab her hand and pull her outside. Just where do you plan on going, Mr. Stylishly Plain? Somewhere where I don't have to suffer this kind of abuse. Sorry about all that. Don't worry about it. I'm the one who should be apologizing. I wish I could have bought it for you, but... Forget it. Window shopping is a better date activity than regular shopping, anyway. I mean, it's... She's interrupted by the growl of a stomach. Hers, to be precise. I wonder what that could mean. I think it was a train. Okay, fine. You win. Can we... Only if you really want to. Especially since it sounds like you can't wait any longer. Oh, wait. Alright. Alright, it's just gonna go on like that. And wait, what did it say before? Oh. I guess she can't argue when she knows I'm playing. Oh. I'm so sorry, guys. I just fucking screwed it up. Time flew by quickly after that. I tried not to think too hard about what that meant, what we were being led toward. But I failed. Obviously. I'm tired. We've been on our feet for most of the day. Want to go somewhere to rest? Yeah, I think so. There's a nice city park somewhere around here. Come on, let's go sit down. It's a nice evening. You're right. We sit side by side on a freezing cold bench, the sunset poking at my peripheral vision. The air is heavy, heavier even than in my dreams. Myra's hands rest on the bench, an inch from mine. Her fingers twitch from time to time, but they don't reach out. Neither do mine. There's no turning back from here, is there? There was no turning back from the moment we met. Well, either way, it's certainly too late now. I pause before every sentence. I have to push the words out. Memories don't vanish, you know? They fade, but they don't vanish. They're a weight. They're always a weight. I know, they're not all bad. But you can't get rid of them, good or bad. They end up in the same place. What do you think happens when you take a good memory of someone and turn it into something bad? What do you think is going to be left over? I'm sorry to have dragged you into this, Mark. It's not your fault. You can't even begin to imagine. I glanced sideways at her, the sun in her hair. You remember, right? You remember when I asked you to save me until you regained your memories? Yeah. She smiles vaguely at the distance. I hadn't thought of what that would entail. I hadn't thought of anything. I'm sorry. I've been selfish. I shouldn't have made you think about her. No, don't say that. How can I not say that? I didn't tell you anything. I dragged you around, played with your head. You put up with me even though I'm like a stranger to you. If you call yourself a stranger, I'd hate to see what you call my classmates. What? I mean, you can't just decide by yourself that your actions were selfish. There are two parts to that judgment, right? If the person you were being selfish toward doesn't think you're if the person you were being selfish toward doesn't think you were being selfish, then Oh, sorry, that sounded weird. Well, what I mean is, you're not a stranger to me. That isn't your decision to make. Don't call yourself a stranger. You're not kidding. Of course not. Come on, do you really think I'd be here if I didn't care about you? I woke up at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. That's... Redness surges through Myra's cheeks. You're important to me, so it goes without saying that it hurt me if you left. I'm sorry. You don't have to. I'm sorry. She hides behind her hands. Sorry, I'm just gonna readjust some things. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Sorry. All I wanted was something simple. Something simple. Something so simple. But her hair covers her face, and I feel a faint trembling through the air. You're being too hard on yourself. I told you, you didn't hurt me. But, no buts. It doesn't matter. I made a mistake, Mark. I told you, it's not alright. Her trembling body comes to a halt. You're a good person, just like I remember. You're a good person, but Tell me, then. Tell me why you came here. I just wanted to see if my scars were gone. A sharp wind whistles through the empty park. And did you find your answer? Yeah, I think I did. It's cold. Her hand is cold in mine, but it'll warm in time. It's getting dark. Clouds are beginning to gather behind the sun's trail. Looks like we're in for a white Christmas. You're right, it'll be midnight soon. Let's go. It's the night of the 24th. People must be all over the city square by now. Oh, sorry guys. Are you implying what I think you're implying? I'm implying that I'm going to hate myself if we don't do this properly. You're not the only one. She grabs my hand and follows along. All right, I'm gonna stop it here because it's an important event. Until the next video, bye bye.